Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nisa Erzag from English Department student of Riau University, and I want to tell you about a critique of the negative effect of television. Television has become a member of almost every single family on our planet, and not just an ordinary member, but a very important one, because the time next net to it exceeds the amount of time spent together with any other's family member. Both person, whether rich or poor, wants to possess a television set. People feel like that meaningless without television, based on Aditi Chopra, May 2005. But if we use television in the wrong way, it will cause many negative effects. I agree with the statement. The television negative effect facts that are well known to every single parent, but are ignored by them in order to put their responsibility for bringing up kids and showing them example through interaction on the shoulder of somebody else. Studies show that parents play an important role in their children's social learning based on pediatric child health. But if a parent's views are not discussed explicitly with children, the medium may teach and influence by default. Contemporary parents work a lot, but when they come back home, they are not eager to spend time with their children. The consequences of this fact are the following. Kids are given to themselves and watching everything they want, or television plays a role as a babysitter. The other research also mentioned that, in most cases, it doesn't seem to be a matter of parents using the television as a surrogate babysitter, but rather parents truly believe that shows and thoughts will say somehow expand their minds, language skills, and cognitive abilities, the study found, based on Johnson 2007. The television also can become a teacher for children, because from it they can learn many things, such as violence, murder, bad moral, life interaction, and imitating. Therefore, children learn more principles from the television, where by the age of 16 they observe 100,000 violent acts and 3,300 murders. The other research also mentioned that the amount of violence on television is on the rise. The average child sees 1,200 violent acts on television annually, including many depiction of murder and rape based on pediatric child health. While violence can affect the children's behavior, because the children copying the figures do in the television, and they feel do the violence is a great thing. And moreover, violence can also affect their emotional. Violent behavior could be defined as any type of intentional behavior to harm others physically or emotionally, which means it could be verbal or physical, based on Lemish 2007. Nowadays, television channels sometimes present the sexual content. Early exposure to sexual sense may lead to early sexual contacts, which destroy the healthy development of a child. Young people are pressured by such an amount of sexual sense, and the sense normalize casual sexual encounters. They do not to evaluate what they see. They take it easy as the reality. Television exposes children to adult sexual behavior in ways that portrays this action as normal and risk-free, sending the message that because these behaviors are frequent, everybody does it. Sex between unmarried partners is shown 24 times more often than sex between spouses, while sexually transmitted infection and unwanted pregnancy are rarely mentioned by pediatric child health. Healthy. The television also impacts to the children's health. A person, especially a child that spends a lot of time next to the television set, has a very high probability of damaging the eye mechanics and the ability to focus and pay attention. Also, when the children watching the television, the eyes will be rarely blinking. This is what will make the organs of sight will decrease over time. When you look at an object for any length of time, your eye muscles are working. The longer you focus on the object, the harder the eye muscles have to work. Therefore, when you watch without looking away from the screen, it makes your eyes tired, and Drew Hogan. Not only that, television of course can affect children's achievement in the school. They will lazy to study, to read, to do the homework, and they feel watching television is more interesting than study. Uri Brenner said in his essay, the negative effects of television that television prevents children from doing their homework and adults from completing their work, influencing in a very bad manner the school grades and work productivity. Influencing. Then, according to Dr. Senai, studies reveal that teenagers in the age of 14 who view television for 3 hours a day from problems in their academic achievement and in turn are less likely to join college later, based on Johnson 2007. Here is relationship between performance in school and viewing television. Research found that spending time watching television affect the academic grades. Children who had television sets in their bedrooms scored significantly lower on school achievement tests than children without televisions in their bedrooms. Therefore, instead of doing homework or reading, the child will replace by watching television. Briefly, this essay explains us in details the negative effect from the television, like murder, violence, moral, and sexuality that can affect their behavior. Moreover, watching television too much can endanger their eyes' health. The children should watching the television in the right way. The television channel should appropriate with their age. The parents should guide the children or accompanying them while watching television and choose the television channel that contain information and education. If the children waste their time with the television all day long, their achievement in the school will be not good. If you're watching the television in the right way, you will find the benefit of it. I think that all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.